Question 1. A project team is struggling with a new software tool that is critical for managing project tasks. The project manager observes low morale and missed deadlines attributed to the team's difficulty in using the tool. What should be the project manager's primary action to address this situation? A. Replace team members who are not adapting quickly enough. B. Extend the project deadline to account for the learning curve. C. Identify and provide targeted training on the new software tool. D. Escalate the issue to senior management for intervention. Answer: C. Identify and provide targeted training on the new software tool. When a project team struggles with a new tool impacting performance, the primary action of a project manager should be to assess and address skill gaps through targeted training. This proactive approach directly tackles the root cause of the problem, which is the lack of proficiency with the critical software tool, improving team efficiency and morale. Replacing team members or extending deadlines without addressing the skill deficiency first are reactive and less effective solutions. Project managers are responsible for developing their team's capabilities to ensure successful project delivery. Always empower your team with the skills they need to excel. Question 2. During the execution phase of an Agile project, the Scrum Master notices that several team members lack experience with user story mapping, which is hindering the team's ability to refine the product backlog effectively. What is the most appropriate action for the Scrum Master to take? A. Instruct the product owner to provide more detailed user stories. B. Facilitate a workshop or training session on user story mapping for the team. C. Assign the user story mapping tasks to only the most experienced team members. D. Document the lack of skill as a risk and escalate it to the project sponsor. Answer: B. Facilitate a workshop or training session on user story mapping for the team. In an Agile environment, the Scrum Master is a servant leader who helps the team improve its processes and overcome impediments. Noticing a skill gap in user story mapping that affects backlog refinement, the most appropriate action is to facilitate learning through a workshop or training session. This builds the team's collective capability, aligns with Agile principles of continuous improvement and self-organization, and empowers the entire team rather than creating reliance on a few members or simply documenting a problem. Remember, fostering a learning environment is key to Agile team success. Question 3. A project manager is planning for a new project that requires the use of a complex data analytics platform. The current team members have foundational data skills but no direct experience with this specific platform. Which project management process or concept is most relevant for ensuring the team's readiness? A. Define scope. B. Plan resource management. C. Perform quality assurance. D. Manage stakeholder engagement. Answer: B. Plan resource management. Planning resource management is the process of defining how to estimate, acquire, manage, and control physical and team resources. A key aspect of managing team resources involves identifying necessary skills and developing training plans to bridge any gaps, such as the lack of experience with a specific data analytics platform. This process ensures the project team has the competencies required to execute the project successfully. Proactive planning for team development is crucial for project success. Question 4. A project team is struggling to implement a new Agile practice, such as test-driven development, TDD, because members are not familiar with the necessary techniques and tools. The project manager wants to ensure the team adopts TDD effectively. What is the best way to facilitate this adoption? A. Mandate the use of TDD and monitor compliance daily. B. Hire external consultants to perform all TDD-related tasks. C. Provide training, coaching, and opportunities for hands-on practice with TDD. D. Remove TDD from the project scope as it is causing delays. Answer: C. Provide training, coaching, and opportunities for hands-on practice with TDD. When a project team faces difficulty adopting a new practice like test-driven development, TDD, due to lack of familiarity, the most effective approach is to invest in their learning and development. Providing training on the techniques, offering coaching for practical application, and creating opportunities for hands-on experience allows team members to build confidence and proficiency. This supportive environment enables successful adoption and integration of the new practice, fostering long-term skill development within the team. Empowering your team with knowledge and practice is always a solid investment. Question 5. The project sponsor has requested a new feature that requires a programming language none of the current team members are proficient in. The project manager must decide how to address this skill gap. Which option best aligns with a proactive approach to team development and project success? A. Hire a new team member with the required programming language proficiency. B. Outsource the development of this specific feature to a third-party vendor. C. Enroll existing team members in a crash course on the new programming language. D. Renegotiate the feature scope with the sponsor to avoid the new language. Answer: C. Enroll existing team members in a crash course on the new programming language. A proactive approach to addressing a skill gap involves developing the existing team's capabilities rather than immediately resorting to external solutions or scope reduction. Enrolling team members in a crash course allows them to acquire the necessary proficiency, expanding the team's collective skill set and potentially benefiting future projects. While hiring or outsourcing might be faster in the short term, investing in your current team members fosters growth, improves morale, and creates more versatile internal resources. Always prioritize building your team's internal strengths first. Question 6. A project manager is reviewing the project's performance and notices that quality defects are consistently higher than acceptable levels, particularly in one specific technical area. The team members involved in this area are highly experienced but have not worked with the specific type of technology used on this project before. What is the most appropriate step to take? A. Implement stricter quality control inspections at the end of the process. B. Assign the tasks from that technical area to different, more capable team members. C. Provide specialized training and mentoring on the new technology to the team. D. Revise the quality metrics to be less stringent for that technical area. Answer: C. Provide specialized training and mentoring on the new technology to the team. When experienced team members produce defects in a new technical area, it often indicates a skill gap related to the specific technology rather than a lack of general capability. The most effective approach is to provide targeted specialized training and potentially mentoring to bridge this knowledge gap. This addresses the root cause of the defects by enhancing the team's understanding and proficiency with the new technology, leading to improved quality and preventing future issues. Investing in your team's specific technical skills directly impacts project quality. Question 7. A project team is transitioning from a traditional waterfall approach to a hybrid agile approach. The team members express confusion about new roles, ceremonies, and artifacts. What is the project manager's most effective action to ensure a smooth transition? A. Distribute agile methodology documents and expect the team to self-study. B. Conduct comprehensive training sessions and workshops on hybrid agile practices. C. Hire new team members who are already experienced in hybrid agile. D. Revert to the traditional waterfall approach if the team's adoption is slow. Answer: B. Conduct comprehensive training sessions and workshops on hybrid agile practices. When a team transitions to a new methodology like hybrid agile, confusion about new roles and practices is common. The most effective action for a project manager is to provide structured and comprehensive training, often through interactive sessions and workshops. This approach ensures that all team members gain a foundational understanding, clarifies expectations, and fosters a shared mental model of the new way of working, leading to a smoother adoption and improved performance. Investing in proper training is fundamental to successful organizational change. Question 8. In an organization that has recently implemented a new enterprise project management (EPM) software, a project manager is observing that many project schedules are incomplete or inaccurate, indicating a lack of proficiency with the EPM tool. Which of the following is the best initial step for the project manager to take? A. Mandate the use of the EPM software and issue warnings for non-compliance. B. Consult with IT support to identify and resolve software bugs. C. Assess the specific training needs related to the EPM software for the team. D. Revert to using spreadsheets for schedule management until proficiency improves. Answer: C. Assess the specific training needs related to the EPM software for the team. When project schedules are incomplete or inaccurate due to a new EPM tool, the most effective initial step is to assess the team's specific training needs. This involves understanding exactly where the proficiency gaps lie, whether it's basic navigation, specific features, or advanced scheduling functionalities. Identifying these needs allows for targeted training interventions that directly address the root cause of the inaccuracies, ultimately improving the team's effective use of the tool and the quality of project schedules. Proactive assessment of training needs is key to successful tool adoption. Question 9. A project manager discovers that a critical project resource is nearing retirement, and much of their specialized knowledge is undocumented. To ensure project continuity and prevent future issues, what should the project manager prioritize? A. Requesting the resource to postpone retirement until the project is complete. B. Immediately hiring a replacement for the retiring resource. C. Implementing a knowledge transfer plan, including mentoring and documentation. D. Assigning the resource fewer critical tasks to minimize impact. Answer: C. Implementing a knowledge transfer plan, including mentoring and documentation. When a critical resource with specialized, undocumented knowledge is leaving, the project manager's priority should be to ensure that this knowledge is transferred to other team members and documented. A comprehensive knowledge transfer plan, which often includes mentoring, shadowing, and creating detailed documentation, is essential for maintaining project continuity and preventing future skill gaps or disruptions. This proactive approach ensures that the project retains vital expertise even after the resource departs. Always prioritize knowledge retention within your team. Question 10. A project team is consistently missing deadlines for a specific type of task due to a lack of understanding of a new, complex technical specification. This specification was recently updated by the client. What is the most effective approach for the project manager to address this challenge? A. Request a waiver from the client for the missed deadlines. B. Allocate additional time and budget to the tasks to absorb the delays. C. Conduct a training session or workshop focused on the new technical specification. D. Reassign the complex tasks to external experts to meet deadlines. Answer: C. Conduct a training session or workshop focused on the new technical specification. When a project team consistently misses deadlines due to a lack of understanding of a new, complex technical specification, the root cause is a knowledge gap. The most effective approach for the project manager is to directly address this gap by providing focused training or a workshop on the new specification. This empowers the team with the necessary understanding to perform the tasks correctly and efficiently, preventing future delays and improving overall project performance. Equipping your team with current knowledge is crucial for tackling new challenges. Question 11. During a sprint review, the product owner expresses dissatisfaction with the quality of deliverables, citing that the team's understanding of the definition of done is inconsistent. What is the best action for the Scrum Master to take to resolve this? A. Enforce a stricter interpretation of done in future sprints. B. Facilitate a team discussion and training to establish a clear, shared understanding of done. C. Suggest that the product owner provide more detailed acceptance criteria for each user story. D. Escalate the quality issue to management for disciplinary action. Answer: B. Facilitate a team discussion and training to establish a clear, shared understanding of done. When the product owner identifies inconsistent quality due to varied interpretations of the definition of done, the Scrum Master's role is to facilitate team improvement. The best action is to lead a discussion and provide training to help the entire team establish a clear, consistent, and shared understanding of what done means for their deliverables. This ensures everyone is working towards the same quality standard, improves transparency, and enhances the overall quality of the product increment. A common understanding of done is foundational for predictable quality in Agile. Question 12. A new project involves using a specific software tool for requirements management that none of the current business analysts on the team have experience with. Which of the following is the most effective way for the project manager to ensure the team is adequately prepared? A. Purchase individual licenses for the software and instruct analysts to learn on their own. B. Plan and arrange for formal training or a workshop on the requirements management software. C. Modify the project plan to use a different, more familiar requirements management method. D. Hire temporary business analysts who are already proficient in the software. Answer: B. Plan and arrange for formal training or a workshop on the requirements management software. When a new project requires team members to use a software tool they are unfamiliar with, the most effective way to ensure preparedness is through structured learning. Planning and arranging formal training or a workshop provides a systematic approach to skill development, ensuring all team members gain the necessary proficiency. This proactive investment in training is generally more efficient and cost-effective than relying on self-study, changing the project plan, or hiring temporary staff, as it builds internal capability for current and future projects. Formal training is a powerful tool for bridging specific skill gaps. Question 13. A project team consistently struggles with estimating user stories accurately, leading to missed sprint commitments. The Scrum Master identifies that the team lacks a common understanding of estimation techniques like planning poker or affinity estimation. What action should the Scrum Master prioritize? A. Insist the team uses a specific estimation technique chosen by the Scrum Master. B. Coach the team on various estimation techniques and facilitate practice sessions. C. Reduce the number of user stories planned for upcoming sprints to account for inaccuracy. D. Ask the product owner to provide more precise estimates for the team. Answer: B. Coach the team on various estimation techniques and facilitate practice sessions. When a team struggles with accurate estimation due to a lack of understanding of techniques, the Scrum Master should act as a coach and facilitator. Prioritizing coaching on various estimation techniques, such as planning poker or affinity estimation, and facilitating practice sessions empowers the team to improve its own estimation accuracy. This approach aligns with Agile principles of self-organization and continuous improvement, fostering a more predictable and high-performing team. Empowering the team with better estimation skills is a cornerstone of Agile success. Question 14. In a large, complex infrastructure project, the project manager identifies a potential risk. A critical engineering design software is being updated mid-project, and the current team lacks formal training on the new version. What is the most appropriate proactive risk response? A. Document the risk and hope the team adapts quickly. B. Engage the software vendor to provide comprehensive training on the new version. C. Implement a workaround using older software versions for critical tasks. D. Inform the client that the project schedule will likely be extended due to the software update. Answer B. Engage the software vendor to provide comprehensive training on the new version. When a critical software update poses a risk due to the team's lack of training, the most appropriate proactive risk response is to address the skill gap directly. Engaging the software vendor for comprehensive training ensures that the team quickly gains proficiency in the new version, mitigating the risk of errors, delays, or decreased productivity. This proactive investment in training prevents potential negative impacts on project performance and maintains the project schedule. Proactive training is often the most effective risk mitigation strategy for skill-based risks. Question 15. A project manager is conducting a team self-assessment as part of the develop team process. The assessment reveals that many team members feel unprepared for potential conflicts and negotiation scenarios with stakeholders. What is the best course of action for the project manager to address this gap? A. Advise team members to avoid direct negotiations with stakeholders. B. Assign all conflict resolution tasks to the project manager. C. Provide training or coaching on conflict resolution and negotiation skills. D. Document the lack of preparedness in the project's risk register. Answer C. Provide training or coaching on conflict resolution and negotiation skills. The develop team process focuses on improving competencies and team interaction. When a self-assessment reveals a skill gap in conflict resolution and negotiation, the most effective course of action is to provide targeted training or coaching. This directly enhances the team's capabilities in a vital area for stakeholder engagement and problem-solving, empowering them to handle project challenges more effectively. Investing in soft skills like negotiation is just as important as technical training for a well-rounded project team. Question 16. A project team is expected to perform complex data analysis using a new statistical programming language. Some team members have basic programming skills, but none are proficient in this specific language. What is the most effective approach for the project manager to ensure the team's capability? A. Hire a new data analyst proficient in the specific language. B. Provide self-study materials and online tutorials for the team. C. Arrange for an intensive boot camp or certified training course for the team. D. Scope down the data analysis complexity to match current team skills. Answer C. Arrange for an intensive boot camp or certified training course for the team. For complex tasks requiring proficiency in a new statistical programming language, providing an intensive boot camp or certified training course is the most effective way to ensure the team's capability. While self-study materials can be helpful, a structured and intensive program provides comprehensive learning, practical application, and often certification, ensuring a higher level of proficiency in a shorter time frame. This proactive investment in skill development directly supports the project's technical requirements and builds lasting team expertise. For critical, complex skills, choose comprehensive, structured training. Question 17. During project execution, a change request is approved that requires the team to adopt a new quality assurance (QA) testing methodology. The project manager observes that the team is struggling with the new methodology, leading to ineffective testing. What is the most appropriate action for the project manager to take? A. Reject future change requests that introduce new methodologies. B. Assign external QA specialists to perform all testing. C. Provide training and hands-on practice specific to the new QA testing methodology. D. Revert to the old QA testing methodology until the project is complete. Answer C. Provide training and hands-on practice specific to the new QA testing methodology. When a project team struggles with a new quality assurance testing methodology introduced by a change request, the most appropriate action is to empower them with the necessary skills. Providing specific training and hands-on practice directly addresses the lack of proficiency, enabling the team to effectively implement the new methodology and ensure quality deliverables. This approach supports the successful integration of changes and improves the team's overall capability, rather than avoiding change or relying solely on external resources. Always equip your team to adapt to necessary changes. Question 18. A project team consists of members from diverse cultural backgrounds who are struggling with direct communication and feedback, impacting team cohesion and efficiency. As the project manager, what is the best strategy to improve this situation? A. Implement stricter communication protocols and rules. B. Provide training on cultural awareness and effective communication techniques. C. Assign tasks that require minimal direct communication. D. Restructure the team based on similar cultural backgrounds. Answer: B. Provide training on cultural awareness and effective communication techniques. When a diverse team struggles with direct communication and feedback due to cultural differences, the most effective strategy is to provide training on cultural awareness and effective communication techniques. This type of training helps team members understand and appreciate diverse communication styles, fostering better interpersonal dynamics and improving overall team cohesion and efficiency. Investing in soft skills like cultural intelligence can significantly enhance team performance in multicultural environments. Help your team bridge cultural gaps for better collaboration. Question 19. A project manager is conducting a lessons learned session at the close of a project. A recurring theme is that several team members felt they lacked sufficient training on a specific project management software, leading to inefficiencies. How should this lesson learned primarily inform future projects? A. It should be documented and filed for historical reference. B. It should trigger a review of the onboarding process for new team members. C. It should lead to the inclusion of mandatory training on that software in future project plans. D. It should be used to justify selecting a different software for future projects. Answer: C. It should lead to the inclusion of mandatory training on that software in future project plans. A lessons learned session identifies opportunities for improvement. If a recurring theme is a lack of sufficient training on a specific project management software, the most impactful way this lesson should inform future projects is by ensuring that such training becomes a mandatory component of future project plans where that software is used. This proactive measure prevents similar inefficiencies from recurring, ensuring future teams are adequately prepared from the outset. Transform lessons learned into actionable improvements for future success. Question 20. A project is nearing its end, and a critical piece of intellectual property developed by the team needs to be transferred to the operations department. The operations team lacks the specialized technical knowledge to fully understand and maintain this IP. What is the project manager's primary responsibility to ensure a smooth transition? A. Expedite project closure to avoid further costs. B. Document the IP and provide a brief handover meeting. C. Develop and implement a comprehensive knowledge transfer plan, including training. D. Advise the operations department to hire new staff with the required expertise. Answer: C. Develop and implement a comprehensive knowledge transfer plan, including training. As a project nears its end and intellectual property needs to be transferred to operations, the project manager's primary responsibility is to ensure the receiving team has the necessary knowledge and skills for ongoing support. Developing and implementing a comprehensive knowledge transfer plan, explicitly including training for the operations team, ensures a smooth transition and continuity of the intellectual property's functionality. This proactive approach prevents future issues and aligns with project closure best practices. Effective knowledge transfer is crucial for the long-term success of project deliverables. Question 21. A project team in an Agile environment finds itself frequently making mistakes in implementing user stories due to a misunderstanding of certain domain-specific business rules. The product owner is available but overwhelmed. What is the most effective way for the Scrum Master to address this ongoing issue? A. Request the product owner to hold daily dedicated sessions to explain business rules. B. Facilitate a focused workshop with key stakeholders to clarify and document business rules for the team. C. Advise the team to rely on their best judgment for unclear business rules. D. Slow down the sprint pace significantly until the team learns all business rules. Answer: B. Facilitate a focused workshop with key stakeholders to clarify and document business rules for the team. When an Agile team consistently misunderstands business rules impacting user story implementation, and the product owner is overwhelmed, the Scrum Master should facilitate a direct solution. Organizing a focused workshop with relevant stakeholders allows for direct clarification and documentation of these critical business rules, providing the team with a clear, shared understanding. This proactive measure empowers the team to avoid future mistakes and improves the quality of deliverables by bridging the knowledge gap. Effective communication and clarification are vital for Agile team efficiency. Question 22. The project manager observes that a newly hired team member is consistently struggling to complete assigned tasks, despite having relevant certifications. Initial assessment reveals a gap in practical application of theoretical knowledge. What action should the project manager prioritize? A. Provide extensive remedial theoretical training. B. Reassign the team member to less complex tasks. C. Pair the new team member with an experienced mentor for hands-on guidance. D. Initiate performance improvement plan with potential termination. Answer: C. Pair the new team member with an experienced mentor for hands-on guidance. When a new team member with theoretical knowledge struggles with practical application, the most effective action is to provide practical, hands-on guidance. Pairing the new team member with an experienced mentor allows for real-time coaching, direct application of skills, and immediate feedback, bridging the gap between theory and practice. This supportive approach helps the individual integrate into the team and become a productive contributor, leveraging their existing certifications with practical experience. Mentorship is an excellent way to accelerate practical skill development. Question 23. A project's risk register identifies lack of critical expert availability as a high-impact risk. The project manager wants to mitigate this risk proactively by ensuring the team has adequate skills. Which of the following is the most appropriate strategy? A. Prepare a contingency plan to outsource tasks if the expert becomes unavailable. B. Cross-train multiple team members in the expert's specific area of knowledge. C. Increase the expert's workload to complete critical tasks faster. D. Accept the risk and monitor the expert's availability closely. Answer: B. Cross-train multiple team members in the expert's specific area of knowledge. When lack of critical expert availability is identified as a high-impact risk, the most appropriate proactive mitigation strategy is to reduce reliance on a single individual by distributing knowledge. Cross-training multiple team members in the expert's specific area of knowledge builds redundancy and ensures that the critical skills remain within the team even if the primary expert becomes unavailable. This strategy enhances team resilience and maintains project continuity, aligning with the ensure adequate training objective. Cross-training is a robust way to build team resilience and reduce single points of failure. Question 24. A project manager is conducting a team performance assessment and finds that team members are frequently making errors in interpreting technical drawings, even though they are experienced engineers. This suggests a potential issue with understanding the specific conventions used in the project's drawings. What is the best next step? A. Advise team members to spend more time reviewing drawings individually. B. Hire a technical drawing expert to review all outputs. C. Facilitate a workshop or training session on the specific drawing conventions. D. Implement a stricter quality control process at the end of the drawing phase. Answer: C. Facilitate a workshop or training session on the specific drawing conventions. Even experienced engineers can make errors if they are not familiar with the specific conventions of new or particular technical drawings. The best next step is to address this knowledge gap directly by facilitating a workshop or training session focused on those specific drawing conventions. This ensures that all team members gain a common and accurate understanding, which will reduce errors, improve efficiency, and enhance the quality of technical deliverables. Targeted training on specific project conventions is vital for technical accuracy. Question 25. An Agile team is consistently struggling with breaking down large user stories into smaller, manageable tasks for sprint planning. This leads to inaccurate estimates and unfinished work at the end of sprints. What immediate action should the Scrum Master prioritize to improve the team's performance? A. Ask the product owner to deliver only small user stories. B. Facilitate a working session and provide coaching on story decomposition techniques. C. Assign the story breakdown task to one or two experienced team members. D. Extend the duration of sprint planning meetings until all stories are perfectly broken down. Answer: B. Facilitate a working session and provide coaching on story decomposition techniques. When an Agile team struggles with breaking down user stories, it indicates a skill gap in decomposition techniques, which directly impacts sprint planning and commitment accuracy. The Scrum Master's immediate priority should be to facilitate a hands-on working session and provide coaching on various story decomposition techniques. This practical training empowers the entire team to improve their ability to break down work effectively, leading to more accurate estimates and more successful sprint completions. Empowering your team with practical skills is fundamental to Agile success.